Um, all right, here we go. We are live. So, Elaine, where are you today? I know we're both in a rainy area, so we must be
Yes,
close.
I'm in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, which is 25 miles north of Philadelphia, about 10 minutes from the Delaware River. It's a beautiful, idyllic, historic area. I love
I
it
think
here.
Pennsylvania in general, I think, is a pretty state.
Yes, it is. In fact, we have more species of trees than any other state. Little trivia for you.
Wow, that's cool trivia.
Yeah,
And now that we have a few people joining, just saying hello to Elaine, saying hi to everybody, let us know how the sound is. Because a couple weeks ago, we had some problem with sound. So if anybody hears an echo, let me know. We'll fix it. Um, Here we go. I see a hi, dear, but tell me how the sound is.
does it
Okay.
sound good? Any echoes?
Any echoes? Yeah, tell us if there are echoes. And also tell us where you are right now. I want to hear if anybody's had wacky weather this week. I heard about Denver this week with what, 3 feet of snow? So if we have any
Yes.
Denverites out there, let us know. And if you have any wackiness. All right, Christy Bell says we sound good. Thank you.
Thank you,
Fantastic.
Christy.
Steve,
Thank
thank
you.
you. All right,
Yay.
we are good. So I still want to hear where everybody's from. We still have a minute till we get going. Where's some cool place? Because, actually, Elaine, sometimes we get people internationally, we get people from all over the country. So
That's
it's just nice
exciting.
to know. Here we go. We
Nice.
have Georgia. We have great sound in Orlando.
Yay.
All right. What else do we have? Donald says we're good. Khalib says we're good.
Thank you,
Yay.
Donald. Thank you, Khalid.
Oh, wait. I got to see this. Watatuga, Tennessee? Tampa. It's always nice in Tampa. Come on. More Orlando. Oh, a lot of Florida people. No snow down there,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Wacky people. Yes, I've heard wacky people problems in Florida last week. Washington,
Mm,
LA, Olympia, more Florida,
exciting.
Alamonte Springs, in Idaho. All right, that's cute.
Idaho. Yay.
All right. Well, you know what? It is 2 p.m. So we're going to get going with PPA EDU Live, where at the Professional Photographers of America, we bring you the entrepreneurial skills that you need to succeed. And if you haven't checked it out already, can't imagine you haven't, but you should, check out ppa.com, where they have everything you need as a professional photographer to build your business, from technical skills, resources, legal protection, like all sorts of things you could possibly need. Check out ppa.com. But today, here, PPA EDU Live, we have Elaine Pasqua. And this is cute. So at 6'5", this 250-pound guy once looked at Elaine, who stands about, 5'3", and says, "You are the biggest little thing I've ever seen." For 25 years, this funny, passionate, and energetic woman has been traversing the country, helping her clients obtain peak performance through resilience, positive choices, optimal health, healthy relationships. She's worked with countless businesses, associations, and professional sports teams, which is kind of cool. Her passion lies in transforming people to create stronger, innovative teams and create their business success. So welcome, Elaine.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee. It is a
Well,
pleasure to be here with all of you today. For the past 25 years, I have had the great fortune of sustaining a career in an extreme. I am a professional speaker. It's kind of ironic because I was the queen of punish assignments when I was in elementary school, always writing, "I will not talk in class 100 times. Now I get paid to speak. That is sweet revenge on my teachers. Being self-employed can be a roller coaster. I have reached the highest of the highs, and I have experienced my share of challenges along the way. But I never gave up because I love what I do. So I want to help you to develop a mindset of resilience and reinvention so you can sustain your creativity and business as a professional photographer. First, to get there, you must understand that the only thing that is constant in our lives is change. How do we roll with change and adapt? Trends change, clients come and go. We have good years and we have challenging years. To hang in there, you must be willing to do the work to keep people coming back for more. So almost 2 decades ago, I read a very interesting article regarding the incredibly successful career of Madonna, which at that time had been sustained for about 25 years. The secret behind her success, she reinvented herself and her image over and over again, so she remained fresh, exciting, and in demand. I modeled my business after that. So let me share a brief background of my journey as I weave in effective strategies for you. Sometimes we start at point A, never realizing that we're going to end up at point B. After losing both my mom and stepdad to AIDS-related complications, I decided to speak out to prevent others from experiencing the same loss that twice touched my family. I spoke to medical professionals. I was working with social workers and school students, basically anybody who would listen. My gigs were booked through cold calling. After speaking for 2 years, I decided to reach out to a local college. The dean of students hired me to provide a training, and he loved my program. Now, here is where a life-changing event and a really important learning experience happened to me. It is so important to put yourself out there. Take out your headphones and talk to people around you, because we've learned that the power of connection is so much stronger than we could imagine. There was a study from Stanford University that analyzed weak ties within our social networks and how people lead us to new opportunities. Ironically, the most opportunities are not from close friends and family. The study, titled The Strength of Weak Ties, addressed the value of people that we do not know well, those incidental relationships that impact our careers. More than 3/4 of new jobs or opportunities actually come from contacts that we only see occasionally. Now, back to my story. The dean of students who hired me, Jay Wright, who I only knew for 2 hours, provided me with the greatest career transformation of my life. After the program, he sat me down in his office and he asked, "Do you have a speaking agent?" I looked at him and I said, "No." And then he told me that there were people who made a living speaking on the college circuit. I had no idea. Jay spent days mentoring me, helping me find an agent, helping me with publicity and demo reels. I was then catapulted onto the national speaking circuit. I never would have achieved the level of success without him. He directed me on a completely different life path and career path than I had been on. So pay attention to those incidental connections. People like to help others. You never know where they can take you on your professional journey. Now, the trick to sustaining a business is to keeping your pulse on the latest trends and the news that's around you so you can recognize changes as they are occurring. The key is responding to those changes. 2 years into speaking on the college circuit, I realized that HIV and AIDS was no longer the hot topic of the day. I also recognized the need to address other topics as I was hearing stories of students who were being thrown out of school due to high-risk drinking, sexual assault, and other behaviors. I then broadened my area of expertise to address numerous topics and developed new programs. Remaining stagnant would have sunk my business. It is important to remain relevant so you can meet the ever-changing needs of your clients. Don't be afraid to transition your business towards new opportunities. I believe that the greatest career satisfaction comes to those who reach for and achieve new challenges through reinvention. You want to grow and not remain stagnant. I pushed myself in new directions. After a few years on the college circuit, I reached out to numerous NFL teams, the NBA, and Major League Baseball. And I found success in all three leagues. My content had been repurposed to work with the military and corporations. It's customized specifically for their needs. Again, be willing to flow and adapt with changes. Just because you have been doing something the same way for years does not make it right for the present. Flexibility is the key. Keep in your mind that you don't want to be haphazard as you reinvent yourself. Be careful of chasing random things. Ultimately, you want to be authentic to yourself and your brand as you move in a new direction. How do people see you? Is your style remaining consistent? Can people recognize your style and consistency when they view your work? Deliver on what people expect and then branch out from there. So what can you do to repurpose your talent, your art, and your creativity? How can you serve your clients in other sectors when the work is scarce? This comes from thinking outside of the box and being creative with your business growth. If you're in commercial work, it might be wise to Google the latest manufacturing trends or top-selling items. You can then reach out to companies that distribute those products. A friend of mine received a contract this past year to photograph medical masks. Outdoor landscaping, storage containers, and pet supplies are just some of the hot trends now. That same friend also sold images to hotels that are now framed and hung on their walls. Perhaps you can shoot stock images. Watch for the upcoming artistic trends and try to be cutting edge by selling your creativity. The creativity with digital is absolutely phenomenal. Composite photography could be the wave of the future. So that means you have to perfect your skills with Photoshop. You want to remain relevant by reinvesting and upgrading your equipment so you don't become stagnant. You might lose your competitive edge if you don't. All of my work went viral this year. I had to invest several $1,000s in equipment and had to learn so many new technical skills. I always felt it was my responsibility to educate myself so I remain relevant to those I serve. Many clients commented that they appreciated the fact that my information is always current and I continued to change my programs. That provides recurring bookings with them. I attend numerous conferences each year to sharpen my platform skills. After 25 years, I am not resting on my laurels. There's always room for improvement. Listening to our clients is crucial to keep your business going. We spend 10% of our time listening and 90% crafting our response. If you allow for gaps and silence, people tend to share more. Larry King eloquently stated the night that he was signing off on his last show, "I never learned anything while I was talking." Much of the transformation of my work occurred because I listened to the things that my clients were sharing. The information that I garnered from them helped me to remain current and relevant. And because of those conversations, I was able to continually address their needs. First, it's always good to spend time with your clients. I always had dinner with my clients before I spoke. In fact, I was with the head of educational programming for the student athletes at Boston University, and she advised me to actually focus my work moving forward on collegiate athletes, stating that there was less competition than booking through student activities. I heeded her advice, and then I was able to create this incredibly successful niche with student athletes and working with Division I football programs. Now, not all of the advice for me was outward. Some of the information I filed away and acted upon it when the time was right. A student came up to me after I presented a keynote speech, and she said, "You would be fantastic for orientation." Orientation, I had never even thought about that. Turns out orientation became my most profitable time of the year. Speaking of listening, I have also been awarded many contracts when competing against others. And when I asked why they hired me, I was told, "Because you asked more questions and you listened." It's important to remember that you are there to solve problems for your clients. What are their challenges? What are their needs and expectations? How can you help solve them? You want to create compelling images for your clients' audiences so that audience knows that your client cares about them, connects with them, and is ready to act. If you are doing portrait or event work, it's important to learn what image they want to convey. What special moments are important to catch? There is nothing worse than having a client who is really disappointed because they lost the opportunity to capture that one special moment. Conversations beforehand matter. Ask those questions so you know exactly what your clients want. Running a business, it's all encompassing. You have to market and sell yourself. That's part of reinvention and sustainability. Not only do you shoot photos, but you have to connect with your audience to sell them. Don't let the photos do the speaking. Speak for them by writing compelling copy. Your expertise will shine through in your content. Sell your personality and show that you are easy to work with and that you understand their needs. How will your photos generate business for them? What is the return on investment? You have to sell that. When I write my copy, I consider and I often use the words of my clients. I learned that they praise me better than I praise myself because I could be somewhat modest. The words from their perspective might resonate better to potential clients. So it's beneficial to post testimonials as well. Also, it's crucial to keep your website engaging, current, and fresh. I discovered that even after achieving the level of success that I have worked so hard for, I still have to continually sell myself. If I don't, people will forget about me as others come along. I have to admit, there are days when it's really hard, but that's part of resilience. We have to stick with the things that we don't like so we can continue to accomplish the things that we love. If you are having those hard days where selling just doesn't feel good, step away from it and focus on another task. Come back to it the next day. But you do want to remain consistent in your marketing. That's important. The cheapest way to advertise now is through social media because that's where people are hanging out. Perhaps you can put together a video highlighting your work. More people are watching videos today. Keep the videos under 2 minutes because people have short attention spans. When posting, make sure you use keywords to optimize views. I have a friend who is a photographer, and she posted a photo of a ticket stub on her website from a David Bowie concert that she attended at Carnegie Hall in 1972. She optimized the keywords, and because of that, an author from England who was writing a book about Bowie reached out to her for more photos. She had the negatives and sold the photos to him. More revenue for her. Some believe that the expectations for quality have diminished with cell phone cameras. So it's important that you convey the importance of hiring a professional. You want people to care about the value of what you bring. It's all part of sales. When talking to clients, you may have to explain why things cost the way they do. They might look at the finished product and not realize all of the steps that you took to create that. If you present yourself as a high-end commodity, they will perceive you as such. Again, it's important to focus on the return on investment. So let's talk about rejection and resilience. I am not afraid of rejection. It's part of life, and it is certainly a part of running your business. It's disappointing, and it certainly doesn't feel good, but it comes with the territory. When you are self-employed, you need to develop a tough hide. If you cower with defeat every time you are rejected, you are never going to survive. Think about this. Who is your worst enemy? It's you. I know people who are afraid to take risks for fear of rejection. Anytime I was rejected, I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and said, the heck with them, and I pushed forward in a new direction. You can't give up. If you are good at what you do, and most importantly, you believe in yourself, you will always find new opportunities. It's not easy. This year has been tough for so many, including me. But I kept doing what I can to remain relevant, changing my business model to virtual, developing skills to engage and connect with people as I'm now looking through the lens of a camera rather than hearing them laugh, seeing them smile or nod their heads directly in front of me. It's a completely different energy and way of presenting. But with time and practice, I hope I'm getting it. So reach higher than you ever imagined. What is the worst thing that can happen? You have a 50-50 chance of a yes or a no. If you don't ask, you will never hear a yes. I reached out to the NFL after working once for the New York Giants, and they gave me a contact. I knew it was a reach. My contact at the NFL asked me, send an outline of the curriculum. I did not hear anything for 3 weeks. When the email response finally dropped in, I was literally sitting in front of my computer. And I looked at that come in and I said, I don't want to open it. I don't want to open it. Because I knew it was a message of rejection. I opened it and the message read, I really liked your curriculum. I'm wondering if you might be able to come in to New York and do a mock presentation to the group in our office. 50-50 chance, I got the yes. So be brave, go for it. The possibilities are limitless. Do your inner work. Be mindful of self-care so you can carry on. Give yourself permission to be human, to handle those challenging moments the way that works best for you. Sometimes when things are slow, you have to reset yourself to build momentum. I just spoke with a fellow speaker the other day who said, I'm not even sure if any of the work that I'm doing right now is serving a purpose. The way I look at it, there are days when I feel the same way, but you just have to keep moving forward and just keep trying. It's easy to compare yourself to others, and that can be really destructive at the same time. I go through this constantly, especially when I'm checking into social media. Put your blinders on, run your own race. Things might look good up front for others, but you truly don't know what the financial status of their business is, nor is it important for us to know or for you to know. Focus inward and not out. Also, look at the way you offer your services to your clients. I'm known for my flexibility, which has helped over the years. People talk to one another. You want to build your business on your referrals. Don't be afraid to ask for them or be afraid to tell people that you are looking for work. Generally, people like to help others. In many ways, it's easier than having to market. Offer different packages. If you have a little wiggle room to lower your price some, do that. Sometimes it's worth it for the long-term gain. I reached out to the New York Giants for 3 years. I wasn't a pest, but I did it once a year. Finally, I said to the guy at the Giants, I'll come in for free. They then decided to look at my videos. They loved what they saw and they brought me in. Now people have said, are you nuts? You work for the Giants for free? Well, you all know that a photo is worth 1,000 words. That photo of me with the team, with my arm around Odell Beckham, is worth $1 million. So sometimes we have to think long. Make that sacrifice in the short term for that long-term gain. That one engagement with the Giants opened me to working with them for 10 years. I did get paid, provided contact to the NFL league office, opportunities to work with 7 other teams, and that also opened the door to the NBA. An easy way to build your brand and to market yourself is to give back to the community for free. Maintaining those relationships can be priceless. If you are offering for free or reducing your rates, do let them know how much you would have charged for the service so they understand the value of it. Do learn to say no because you don't want people to take advantage of you either. Relationships matter and can open so many doors for you. A photographer friend of mine joined a chapter of National Speakers Association by becoming a sponsor. So he was providing free photos or shoots at their meetings. From getting to know the members, he learned what they needed, which he considers to be his greatest benefit of joining as a sponsor. The members got to know him and they loved his work. Many started hiring him and they were sharing their headshots on social media. Before you knew it, speakers were coming in from all over the country to have him shoot headshots. Besides headshots, he now offers to photograph their books, hence another source of revenue. He offers monthly packages to those who want fresh images for their social media. So essentially, he infused himself into this community of professional speakers that he serves to create an understanding and connection. Because of this, he was able to meet them where they're at. When COVID struck, all of our live speaking engagements shut down. A friend of ours hired him to shoot a virtual event. He shot the screen of her speaking from his computer monitor in his apartment, and then he continued to shoot that entire program that day. The next day, 2 others saw what he did on social media and they shared it. That turned into a happy accident, and the rest is history, because this is another story of resilience and reinvention. He is now really busy shooting virtual presentations for the clients that he has served for so many years. As I said, flexibility is the key. When I look at his overall journey, creativity and thinking outside the box definitely worked for him. His virtual work now serves as a point of entry. From there, he can transition to more expensive portraits and possibly recurring revenue to those who want images more frequently. He has even developed an online video course of 9 modules that come with a PDF. So diversify your portfolio. Come up with ancillary products so you can make additional money and provide value. Can you sell your images as stock photos? With COVID, one photographer was offering portraits. Another was offering virtual portraits. So now that we've seen the changes created by the pandemic, how do you get out in front of them? What are people going to want? Brighter images or darker images? Will they want more outdoor shots? Will casual shots be more trending? This is all for you to explore. The key to resilience and reinvention is adapting, getting ahead of those trends. Prove your return on investment. What makes you stand out above the rest? We know that 2 photographers can stand side by side with a camera and not get the same shot. You have the innate ability to see things differently. What can you do with your skill set of marketing to make you stand out from everyone else? I can honestly say, from being in business for 25 years, when you are in business for yourself, you go from the highest of the highs to the lowest of the lows. The lows, when the work is not coming in, a client cancels to go with someone else, or those times when the cash flow is not what you need or you want it to be. And then you get the highest of the highs, that rush that you get when you book another client on your calendar. That best feeling that you have is you are connecting with the person on the other side of the lens. The rush that you get when your client raves about your work and spreads the word about you. Those are the moments when you say, I can't believe I get paid to do this. Those highs keep us going. I didn't tell you this, but I am an amateur photographer. If I weren't a speaker, if I weren't a photographer might have been what my calling has been. You just have to be creative. You know, my husband and I, talking about creativity, we started shooting videos and we were posting them on Facebook. Dance videos where we were dressed up in different costumes, dances from over the years. And then we decided, hey, let's repurpose that. And what I did is I created a video module highlighting all of those. And we were promoting ourselves to potentially MC different events. So again, thinking outside the box. I haven't booked anything from it yet, but you know what? If you don't try, you never are going to get there. So be creative and keep trying. As photographers, you have the ability to tell stories, sell products, promote people, share the beauty of nature, record history, and create lasting memories. So be resilient, reinvent yourself so you can continue what you love so much to do and you can serve your clients well. Again, creativity, flexibility, thinking outside the box, reinvention, all of this is the key to sustaining a successful business for so many years. It was a pleasure to be here with all of you. Lee, thank you for inviting me, and I hope that this information was helpful to you.
I think it was fantastic. Thank you so much. And I love Rich Johnson came in saying you are dropping truth bombs, which is so that was a great way to say it. And so many things I'd love to see from people who are watching right now. What is a reinvention? What is something new that you've not done before or something you're thinking of doing? I'd love to see a couple ideas. We have a few minutes left because I, as a parent, know this is just something. Maybe you've seen this, Elaine, in different things you've done. But my kids are in high school right now, and the high school keeps reaching out to parents saying, do you have candid pictures of your kids? Do you have pictures of your kids? Do you have a portrait you can send us? Do you have, because they can't do any pictures this year. They have no sports. They have no candids. They have no portraits. They are begging for images. Some clever photographer is going to pop in here and start calling parents or posting something with the high school or putting something in the local paper saying, you know, I'll have a sports day and have people come out to a field and just take all these shots. The high school is searching for that. And I know parents, I'd be willing to pay for it to get these images in because you don't want to miss your yearbook.
See, and Lee, and that's where it goes to just listening to the conversations around you and saying, oh, now I can create this, just as I mentioned that I had done that in the past. Or my friend who is now doing the virtual shoots of speakers, he's just sitting in his apartment on the floor, just, you know, taking shots of his Mac, and he's doing really, really well and sustaining himself and paying the rent. So, but that's a great point that you brought up too.
Yeah, no, and what's interesting, and I think, is that even though the world is slowly getting back to normal, I think the wrong thing to do is to sit back and go, oh, I'll wait till it's just like it used to be and do what I used to do. I think that even though we're getting back, you still need to hit it with new ideas. What do you think?
Well, I agree. And what I also, and I don't know if anybody else is adding to the chat, but my feeling is I don't think we're going to have a new normal. I don't think we're ever going to go back to normal because we're seeing so many shifts in business now where they're going to be doing hybrid events, even with the large conferences. We're seeing that's going to be the norm as well. So I think this is just going to open up new opportunities for you. Just keep your pulse on the latest trends and just say, what can I do to serve these people? How can I bring my work to them?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we never really go back, right? Time always goes forward. But here's some great ideas in the chat. Let me share these. Mark is now offering 360-degree virtual tours for businesses. That's brilliant.
Excellent.
All right, let me see. Melissa, retired after 35 years, now an estate manager. Okay, totally different thing, but she learned, right? And I bet you you learned how to place and how to set and how to make people imagine what they want, right, to sell. And then, yes, Jennifer's saying our high school is asking for images. Yes, and I don't know what the sweet spot is for pricing. Throw it out there. I don't know. Just throw a price out there and see where it lands and then keep rolling forward.
And look at elementary schools, look at colleges and universities, look at maybe sports teams or community events, things like that.
Oh, yeah. And the proms are coming. Proms are going to be back this year, but they might be outdoors. So how are they going to shoot? There's a lot coming. Events I know, are coming back. Schools are coming back. But I think if we all hit it from a different direction, just like you were saying, you're going to grow and do more and be successful. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed having Elaine. I know she gave us really good information. If you go through and start listening again, there were a lot of what we're calling truth bombs. I love that saying.
I would love to know what the biggest truth bomb was. What was that, Mark, who said that? I forget.
That was Rich. Rich talked about truth. That's like the word of the day now, truth bombs. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I'm an honest person. I grew up in New Jersey. We call it like we see it. So.
That's right. Hey, Jerseys. Woo. Okay. If you did like this, please do like and please share this so that your friends can see it too. And then we'll see you in 2 weeks on the next PPA EDU Live. Thanks, Elaine.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.